Greetings in light and self-redemption where accountability is concerned. Blessed love. So, I try my best not to get into arguments with Bible and holy book thumpers. I check these things for myself. I take the good, but I do not let it consume my whole mind, It's good for conversation. I'm not going to knock these books because a lot of times these books, they speak about love and peace. But obviously they have their biases. Once somebody's into these things, typically they dive all the way in, and you can't tell them anything outside of that. Like for instance, a brethren of mine is a Christian, and he will always avoid certain types of questions. So I'm like, let's say you were born in an Arabic country. Most likely, you'd be Islamic. So how can you then and therefore say that Christianity is the top of the top? If you were born in a certain geographic placement, you would probably say that whatever religion is there would be the top of the top. That is what you would swear by. People want to avoid the fact that certain things have been forced upon us. We have been taught to think a particular way, and that is why we adopt certain philosophies. That is why it is good to take the good and leave the rest. So, when I was young, I don't know, maybe 12 or 13, my physics teacher said something profound to me. I'd never heard anything like it. I was young, so that kind of rattled my brain. Shout out to grammar school. Physics, biology, and chemistry. A lot of things we don't use, but it broadens our scope where comprehension and perception is concerned. So anyway, the teacher asked me if God can do everything. And naturally, I said yes, of course. So then he asked me, can God do nothing? And then he went on to say, can there be absolutely nothing in the universe? And I was blown away. So, as I got older, I realized that he was not a follower, That was my first experience with something like that. I did after school mathematics for a particular exam, and a lot of different school children from different schools, from different grades and forms, would go there to brush up on their sciences. So, as you get older, you speak to different people. It becomes monotonous, of course, where people who believe in their God, it always becomes competitive as opposed to unifying. It always feels like somebody's pointing the finger. That is why I don't get into those debates anymore, because you get more adversity than something that is positive and usable. So science says that matter is neither created or destroyed, right? So one of my things as of maybe the last 10, 15 years is the fight between ethnicities, between races of men. And then I began to question myself, okay, if we go the route of science where matter is neither created or destroyed, who is really older than who? Now you can say on the planet Earth, you find bones of a certain age here or there, or in tropical regions, or around the equator, right? But what about existentially, universally, or multi-universally? These elements exist all over the universe, and if matter is neither created or destroyed, what or who is older than who? These things have always been in existence. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the physical. Okay, we say that there's some kind of power or force inside of us, the life force. Some people call it your soul, some people call it spirit, some people call it the creator, the God in us. Likewise, where does that begin or end? So you see the confusion with existence, humanity, where races and ethnicities are concerned. Who is older than who when this material has somehow always existed? Now a religious man may say, well, that's science. Okay. Well, the creator from most holy books says that the creator has no beginning nor end. And then it goes on to say that the creator is all things. I know you guys like to come at me with your books and whatnot, but I'm not easy to deal with. And it's not that I'm arrogant. I think a lot. I guess most people think a lot. But these type of things intrigue me. And I realize that I never find the answer outside of myself. I have to keep digging inside of me. Digging. Day in, day out. Is the creator for a particular people? A particular race? I fall into the trap too, saying the white man this or the white man that. But then I also say the black man this, the black man that. That is the difference with me. I'm not going to fool myself. Yes, on a broader scale, in terms of the sociological construct, economic construct, you have certain races of people who control certain things. But then the tropical regions seem to have a vast amount of resources that are misused, are not managed right by a lot of our own people. There's a lot of bickering and fighting between our own. So I never try to fool myself, nor my children. You know, you have to check out people, and still There has to be a level of luck. You never know what you're getting when you're dealing with a person. You know? So, the books are good for conversation. It's like a hobby thing. But if you can't live it, nobody's perfect, at least to a decent degree, a high enough degree. You can't really speak it. Because action and words have to be balanced. I'm not going to say actions speak louder than words, but if you speak words, the actions have to somehow coincide at the end of the day. So now you have some groups. Let me use the Hebrew Israelites as an example. They judge a lot. They talk about damnation and hell. Well, Christians do it a lot too. You're going to hell. But ironically, if you have escaped that type of judgment, if you're safe, why would there also be a judgment for you? You still have to go through that phase, that system. So what makes you think that you're going to escape? What makes you think that you are so good that you're definitely going to go through those gates? You know? So that is the mystic. You know? You say these books were written. You ever check it? A lot of these books, right? They come through men. Even if you say they come through an angel, that angel will probably say it came from light. You know, the creator, or through a burning bush, or up on a mountainside. You never really say that. Well, maybe it's rare that they say that they get this information directly from the creator. That would mean they can express what the creator is in exactness. And nobody has seemed to do that. Or seem to know how, you know what I'm saying, to express that. But some people say the creator is not a man. Some people say the creator has been in flesh. But if the creator is so powerful, omnipotent, how can we say how and what the creator can be or can't be? Well, the book is what tells us that. So we stay within that construct. We stay within that box thinking that that book is perfect. Sometimes it seems as if the book is more perfect than the creator or the God. And I feel like that's where y'all mess up. Y'all profess this creator, but nevertheless y'all still limit the creator. Even in saying that the creator is more masculine than feminine, or is masculine or is male or a man. You know what I'm saying? That is a mistake. Once again, limits. So it's a never-ending cycle. It's never ending. The only thing we can actually do is just be good and be peaceful, because where there's peace, there's progress. A lot of people don't really realize that. When there's peace, there's ascension. And I feel like that's the only thing that we should take from these books. Love and peace. Not saying that my God is better than your God, or my God is a man. or the creator is a man. If the creator is singular, the creator will still have, that would mean that there has to be masculine and feminine attributes, because that is what was depicted where we are placed, male and female coming together to produce, right? I know that we have to go with a lot of what we are taught, just like they can express to us what it is that we're breathing, the air, and they can say it's oxygen, and they can say there's more nitrogen in the atmosphere than oxygen. But suppose there is something that is not even detected yet, that may be far more abundant than oxygen and nitrogen and hydrogen. But as man progresses in science and develops the tools, maybe 100 years, oxygen may be something minor, you know. Maybe we breathe light and darkness, who knows. But we always wait to be taught. And then once we're taught that thing, we usually stay right there and accept that as absolute truth. That's why I stopped arguing with you guys, because I refuse to fail. I refuse to stay in one aspect. My mission is to evolve. My mission is to implode to be God. Some people say there's no Trinity. We know there's duality, but some people say it's just singularity. So people are so used to being one-dimensional because they were taught that, or their favorite book says that, or their favorite prophet or favorite leader or teacher or mentor, whatever. We have to put all these things together. It's a chain. I mean, frequency shows that continuous up and down and the connection. The DNA strand shows us that, you know. So for those people who come at me, I'm nobody. I don't have no books out there. Why you try to beat me up because I use life experiences to teach me? I also use books to some degree. I also use the trial and errors of others. So how am I the bad guy? You know? Haile Selassie may be God or the creator, or he may not be. You know? An ant or an elephant or a monkey somewhere may be the creator, or it may not be. A rock may be the creator, it may not be. The creator is all things. And there's a lot of compartmentalization in this existence. You know, so some things we are going to have access to at a certain point in existence. And as we go on, we know we'll learn the rest, or a little bit more, just to understand the universe or understand who we are or why we are. You know? So that doesn't mean somebody's going to hell because they think differently than you. You can't even say where is hell. You see, a lot of these books, we actually have to die to see the truth. You have to die to see the truth. A lot of these holy books. You know, some of these histories are so old and been tampered with so much. We don't know the whole truth. And then even if we use our region, our world, our galaxy, how big is the universe? They say it's never ending. If it's no beginning, no end, where does truth begin or end? Anyway, let me stop rambling. Hopefully you guys have a good read in your best and favorite book today. I'll be taking a deep breath. Blessed love.